What an absolute shambles. Hello. Well, I didn't think I'd be saying hello again, but there we go. We are back with the redraw. Here we go all over again. Basically, if anyone did not watch the stream earlier, basically what happened was Villarreal were drawn against Manchester United. And obviously, that was a big, big mistake. Because obviously Manchester United can't play Villarreal because they were already in the same group. So Villarreal got Manchester City. What actually happened next was Atletico Madrid, Manchester United ball wasn't actually put in to the Atletico Madrid pot. And the Liverpool ball was put into the pot. And of course, Liverpool can't face Atletico Madrid because they're in the same group.
Muppets, a lot of them. It's now back on for me now. It's no longer a private video, so I can watch the stream now.
This absolutely shambles. But obviously, I have my esteemed guest with me, Mr. Reese Russell. How are you, Reese?
Well, my heart's working. We've got our group chat, and I've been very vocal in the group chat. I don't care who Man United get. I don't care who we get. I just want it to be a fair draw. And it was completely invalid. The mistake they made, completely invalidated. I thought it was funny. UEFA officials said that there was a technical issue because of the Atletico draw didn't show us Man United, but they picked Man United out, so literally a minute before. So how can you literally not understand that you pulled Man United out a minute before? You absolute cretins. But
absolutely.
If we get PSG again, I'm not bothered. If we get PSG, I'm totally fine with it. It's just the ridiculousness that they did their job stupidly wrong and they didn't bother to fix it.
I'm just saying hello to a few people in the chat. Vikram, I hope this time no technical issue with a car. Can you really trust these guys? I'm not so sure. Hello to CR777. Donald, you can just go away, mate. Sorry. I'm not having comments like that. Thank you. Michael talks with all. Even Quentin Tarantino couldn't script this in a movie. Shambles from the UEFA Mafia. Yeah, absolutely. Tom May. Hello, Tom. Hope you're doing well. Shocking, isn't it? Absolutely. Willow is back. Thank you for tuning in yet again. Sebastian is back. Shambles. Absolutely. Have you set up a stream for take 3? Nope.
No way.
I have not. Ooh, Reese faces look different. Can't quite think what it is. Well, I wonder what that is.
I'm not bored
as much as
PSG.
rigged.
I'm just annoyed at how it was done. That's all it is.
As much as it's rigged, what a shit show. This is now going to be a mess because we say Chelsea get Bayern Munich, Liverpool gets PSG, then they will start howling at the moon like a wolf of uproar. Yeah, Chris, absolutely. Ronaldo called UEFA and said, "I don't want to get knocked out by Messi." Pete, if you are free, I can send you a link and you can be City's representative if you would like.
That would be Asian
Sensational. I'm mad that they had to redraw since it was early in Canada and doing UEFA Champions League, Europa League, and UEFA Conference League draw live stream. Yeah, I know, absolutely crazy.
Some of the draws have been crazy.
And I said the same thing, Chris Welsh. So for people who were here earlier, the original draw was as follows. So it was Benfica, Real Madrid, Villarreal, Man City. Then obviously the mistake happened because obviously Arshavin brought out Manchester United and that shouldn't have happened. And then it was Atletico Madrid, Ajax, Salzburg, Liverpool,
Atletico
Bayern. Yeah,
I've got the draws in front of me, so you're right. So it was Benfica, Real Madrid, Villarreal, Man City, Atletico versus Bayern, Salzburg versus Liverpool, Inter versus Ajax, Sporting versus Juventus, Chelsea versus Lille, PSG versus Man United. And now I'll just go back to where. No, just go back to Hargreaves on mute, chatting sense. Even on mute, I just know Owen Hargreaves is talking sense.
Yeah, just about go to work on a work call, dude. Definitely would love to come on the near fit. Pete, absolutely, not a problem. Absolutely, shambles, utter shambles. I was looking forward to Salzburg. Yeah, absolutely. Well, the incompetent bug.
I'm going to go on. I don't think some of the draws are going to be different. I think some of them will be similar, but I think the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool, I'm not going to say favourable draws, but I think Liverpool will get a similar draw. I think Chelsea might get Bayern Munich this time.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will get a tougher draw. Shocking draw, but Liverpool win with any draw. DJ Domino, I mean, I'd be confident, and I'd be confident against anybody. If I'm being honest, I think
whoever you get, you just take them on and you just go for it.
Yeah, Even if we do get PSG, I would be confident anyway. We've beaten PSG before. Yes, we've lost in France before, but we've beaten them at Anfield. So anything can happen in this.
We've
in this
beaten
draw,
them over there. We've beaten them over there. They've beaten us here. Like, it's not that I'm not confident in PSG. It's just where things were 2 years ago to now is different. But if United get PSG, I'm going to back United to beat them. But PSG have got a very good team. You would have to go logically and say PSG would beat Man United, but I'm never not going to back my team. I think United could beat them, but I think PSG are going to get Man United again. Yeah, I think it's going to be similar draws. I think we'll get them, but if I'm hoping this time that we get Sporting. That's what I want.
PSG got Argentinian bridesmaid as manager, so I'm confident against anyone. Yeah, absolutely.
Argentinian bridesmaid.
I hope to get my mock draw or dream draw correct, like Europa League draw. Interesting. Yeah. Just very, very quickly. Borussia Dortmund against Rangers. Haaland against Haaland. Royce. Brandt. Bellingham. Chan. Just as some of the names that are in that Dortmund side. How are you feeling about that?
It's a very interesting tie. Borussia Dortmund are a very good side. Good style of football, aggressive. But just like most teams, they press really high defensively. They press so high that they can be got at. I'm not going to say Rangers are going to beat them. No. But I think Rangers could cause Dortmund problems. But you would still expect Dortmund to go through.
Yeah.
It's just that they can cause some problems. I still think Dortmund will go through, but Rangers are a good side, I think, but they're just not Dortmund level.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Hopefully Barcelona get eliminated, though. Hopefully Barcelona get eliminated.
So we'll just remind people who are the seeded teams. I think you already know anyway. Man City, Liverpool, Ajax, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Manchester United, Lille and Juventus. And obviously unseeded teams, PSG, Atletico Madrid, Sporting CP, Inter Milan, Benfica, Villarreal, RB Salzburg and Chelsea.
The draws in 5 minutes, Asian sensation.
5 minutes. Sorry. 5 minutes, and hopefully they'll just not screw up this time.
Yeah. Whoever each team gets drawn, that's fine. Like there's still 3 and a bit months until the Champions League resumes anyway, so it's not a problem. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. We will certainly see what happens. But I never saw a redraw happening. But I must say, I think I was one of the first ones to actually notice the. If you actually look back, I was like Villarreal, Manchester United. I was like, because that doesn't happen. The
sleight of hand stuff really pissed me off as well. Like the fact that they were shuffling the balls deliberately, like because they knew that they could get Man United versus PSG. They're like, they just knew it.
Hello to Hella again. I didn't think we would be here, but there we go. Start the stopwatch for 5 minutes for the draw. Yeah. Absolutely.
We all know who's to blame, though. We've all identified the culprit, and I'm going to give him a very public showing.
Someone's getting sacked in the morning.
Just blame this Simeone doppelganger. His fault. I mean, he's got a face that says, face of thunder.
13 minutes. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. United didn't even put a complaint in. No, it was Atletico Madrid. I think Villarreal put a complaint in. Did PSG give a? I can't actually remember who all the teams were, but I do know that there were a couple of teams actually put.
The funny thing is, right, is football fans are blaming Man United when Man United had nothing to do with it. United had nothing to do with it, and Real Madrid are actually blaming Man United. Because Real Madrid won Benfica, so we know Real Madrid's mindset. They want an easy draw.
Yeah, absolutely. Bad couple of days for the sporting authorities. Yeah, absolutely. Due to obviously there being a redraw, unfortunately, there won't be a podcast tonight. I'm afraid. I just did not expect to be doing a redraw, and I just think that 3 podcasts in a day, I just don't think I can do it, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately, if Josh, if you're watching, if you are wanting to do something on your channel, then obviously albeit, but unfortunately, I'm just not with it today. So I'm going to have a nice, lovely break this evening, and
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
and
at
probably
all.
watch a Christmas movie. Probably watch a Christmas movie. None of the teams are to blame. No, absolutely not. It was all to do with UEFA, and I wonder if they'll invite Arshavin back as well. So, to be honest, Willow, I've earned my salary today. Yeah. I bet you have. What a shambles that draw was. I feel sorry for the fans who booked the flights. Yes, 100% Statman Stubbs, 100% as well. Statman Stubbs, if you're free and you want to come on and watch the draw with us, then by all means come.
Anybody that hasn't been on before, by all means, ask to join. Doug will no say no to you.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Doug gives good opportunity. Gave me an
And
opportunity.
hello, yeah, Willow, that's absolutely fine as well. But yeah, I do feel for the people who've obviously, tried to book flights as well. So,
Orel, the draw is on the BT YouTube channel, same as before, except this time it's hopefully going to be done by people that know what they're doing.
He's working. Okay, no problem. We'll get you on very. We'll get you on soon. We don't know if tickets were available. To be fair, based on the draw, yeah, absolutely.
United's
you're doing a great job.
Again.
Thank you, DJ Domino. Appreciate that. Afternoon, everyone. I heard they were redoing it because I was busy earlier. Jeannie, I suppose you were busy, mate. I suppose you were. They can immediately get their flights and hotel accommodations cancelled. Plenty of time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Man United's ballots opened straight away. They opened them straight back up.
And they thought Ronaldo was going to City, so they put City and PSG in the same group for Ronaldo versus Messi. When it didn't happen, they had to draw United versus PSG. Laugh at it. UEFA will do anything for Ronaldo and Messi. Yeah.
Spot on, Shaggy boy.
Hopefully Pedro Pinto can keep the bullshit to a minimum this time round. I hope so. I bloody hope so. But you never know.
They should have the likes of Hargreaves and all that do the draw. Because not only does he speak sense, he wants to get through it and then just get back to chatting football.
Next hour will be to drop the ball. Imagine Chris, they do that. Be right back, just grabbing a drink before they do the draw. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's Golden. No idea. No idea what is going on. Basically, it's going to be a redraw. So whether or not we get Salzburg again is another matter. We get Roy Keane to do it. Yeah, absolutely. Roy Keane wouldn't make a mistake.
He would just get through it. He would just batter through it. He wouldn't care. He'd probably rip the officials for being incompetent and can't do their job properly. He's already done that before.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just ludicrous. It really is. Or Arshavin struggling to open the ball in the first place. Yes, Statman Stubbs, I would agree with that. Keane would have done it by himself in about 10 minutes, then he just waxed lyrical about the Innis Urban for 20 minutes. I've been like, WTF going on for the last couple of days. Don't know. Why they are doing it again, though. What happened was, Jeannie, that Villarreal were drawn against Manchester United. They were drawn against Manchester United, and what happened was, because of Villarreal having Manchester United in their group, basically the next team was Manchester City. What happened then was Manchester United ball wasn't placed in the Atletico Madrid possibility. Liverpool's ball was placed instead. Owen, hello again. How are you?
I'm very well. What a balls up! It's
what a balls up indeed.
That's nice.
The redraw's about to happen. The next couple of minutes.
They can't even run bingo balls properly. No, absolutely. And Cian has just said bluntly, Genie, because they're stupid. Yeah,
correct.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also, the ball shouldn't have numbers on because they might know who teams are. Yeah, that's another That's another thing. That is another thing. And Liz laughing. Oh yeah.
We all remember number 11 versus number 3 because you saw his reaction. He's like, "Yes, get in." Because Celtic got Hearts in the Scottish Cup. We're like, "Fuck off, you old bint." Yeah. I never liked him. He isn't even that good a singer. But when he done that, I was like, "Says all."
Breaking Barcelona asked UEFA to restart the UEFA Champions League from the group stage.
I saw that as a no context humour thing.
Oh my gosh. Errors made by UEFA during the draw. Man United ball drawn for Villarreal, same group. Liverpool ball included in the Atletico draw,
Correct.
same group. Man United ball not included in the Atletico draw. There's a 4-letter word beginning with a C that YouTube won't let me use, but it applies to the big wigs at UEFA very much. Yeah, I think I know. What you mean.
I've turned the live chat on, right? I've got it on YouTube on my PS5, and I'm just watching the stream. Joe Cole's literally talking, right? And all you see in the live comments is English pundits talk too much. English pundits are talking too much. English pundits don't know what they're talking about. And it's literally just every time Joe Cole speaks, it's like, can you Sunday move on?
So we join again. Ashley, good afternoon again. Yes, we are definitely redrawing. Bring in Eric Canton and have him give another epic speech to explain the mistake. Get a robot to load and draw the balls. Apparently these men can only handle their own.
Spot on. Use a simulator.
Spot on.
No. You got it wrong. I had the idea, right? What you do is you feed amphetamine to meerkats, right? And you make an obstacle course and you give each meerkat a number, and the order in which they finish the obstacle course is the order, is how the draw works. I think it'd be random, it'd be fun to watch, and it would take about 2 minutes depending on the size of the course.
We should do it like what they do at the World Cup. There's always some crazy animal or the Euros that has a prediction. Like we've already had elephants, we've had octopus.
Yeah.
Let's have a Bengal tiger next.
There you go, exactly. Yeah, you can have sort of a great idea.
We might still play PSG, Ashley. We might. I still think we will get PSG, but I think the draw will be done differently. I like the idea. It's mental, but meerkats on amphetamines would be fucking gold standard.
I think because it would be more fun to watch. Because it's so dull the way that they just.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Because you have to let me know, because I'm not even watching it. I don't even have a screen.
I will. May I have the honours?
Talk me through it, guys.
May I have the honours this time, Doug?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sweet. Hopefully there's no redraw on my watch this time. But Marquette's going to talk his absolute bollocks, so I'll let Doug entertain the live chat. A Cocker Spaniel.
Cocker Spaniel.
Oh, I've got a good one.
Great idea.
Pure concentrated methamphetamines, but you inject it in a Rottweiler.
All right, thank you.
Oh, man.
Imagine the chaos if you put it in a 420. If you put it in a Rottweiler.
Ashley Roberts saying UEFA investigating UEFA. Yeah. Michael talks football. Michael, if you want to come on, then obviously let me know. I will send you a link.
Is he a Liverpool fan?
He is, yeah.
Oh,
from Finland. From Finland as well, in fact. Jeez, that sounds effing horrible.
We can chat Kamara. Sweet.
I mean, do you prefer watching Marcotti, whatever his name is, just sort of boringly chat nonsense?
That's all he's doing. All he's doing is chatting shit about the teams that are to be drawn. We already know this, numb nuts. Just pull them out.
Exactly.
Do you want to do one by one? Do you want me to do one and then...
How's that my fault?
No.
No, I was responding to Liz. It's not my fault.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'll let you go first. You get first draw, I get last draw.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Sweet. We'll do one in order, and we'll give you some entertainment along the way. See, I'm trying Owen's accent. I can't do it.
Well, that was me, was it? Okay. Well,
I'm trying. I can't do it.
Okay.
You've got a whimsically inventive voice.
FC Salzburg. FC Salzburg is the first name out.
Oh gosh, I was so happy when it was Liverpool before. It's not going to be. Now it's City.
I think some draws will be the same, some will differ. Arshavin still looks bored.
He does. He does look bored. He does look bored. Bless him. Absolutely bless him.
Here we go, Doug.
Right, so will it be Liverpool again, or they're actually making sure all the balls are in now. Oh Jesus!
Arshavin looks like he genuinely wants to punch someone.
Yeah,
he's trying to smile so much. It's so funny.
So the ball is now out. So who is it now? Who gets Salzburg now? Bayern Munich.
Oh, okay.
Bayern
Well done,
Munich.
Bayern. Okay.
Chelsea fans are happy right now.
Yeah. So it's Salzburg against Bayern Munich, and believe it or not, that was in my mock draw.
Okay.
That was in my mock draw.
Okay, team are drawn out next. It is Sporting.
Sporting. Okay.
Sporting.
And Sporting are to play. Come on, Man United. Come on, Man United. Come on, Man United.
Oh yeah, I was meant to send Michael a link. Just give me a wee minute, Michael. I'll get you a link, mate.
Yep. In the meantime, I will evaluate. It's the most serious face I've ever seen. Arshavin's like, I really want to go home and eat some chicken.
I know.
And Sporting are due, and here comes the Sporting's opposition. Sporting Lisbon are to play
Liverpool.
He gets out of the bloody ball.
Manchester City.
Manchester City.
Sporting.
Manchester City versus Sporting Lisbon.
Man City Sporting.
If you think about it, in the original draw, George did say Man City would get Benfica or Sporting, so technically he's correct.
He is correct, yeah. Pedro Pinto looks like he's holding back an absolute ripper of a fart. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, Doug, Doug, you're up again.
SL Benfica. Benfica.
Could your
So
mock draw be right?
it could be, well, we'll see. We'll see.
You said Benfica Liverpool, didn't you?
I did say Benfica.
I want
Liverpool.
I want it to be like a proper elite tie, so I want Benfica versus Man United.
Yeah, making sure they're doing it absolutely right this time. Michael, I've sent you a link on Twitter, mate. So just join us when you can.
By all means, come along, join us avec moi.
What are the live chat are saying? Rigged on the thing.
Oh, I turned it off just so I can watch Arshavin's ugly smile. Right, Doug.
He does not like opening these balls, does he? Ajax, Benfica, Ajax.
That's a very good tie. I know it's buffering. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go, it's back.
Benfica versus Ajax. Okay, yeah, it'd be great to watch that one. Sporting City as well. I mean, that should be good to watch.
Chelsea.
Here comes Real Madrid. Here comes Real Madrid.
Was that possible?
No.
So Chelsea can face Lille or Real Madrid.
If this is Real Madrid, then
Chelsea fans will be fuming.
You know what I do want? I want Chelsea versus Lille. So Real Madrid plays PSG. And then we're spared one horrible trauma. And we can watch Carlo Ancelotti dismantle his former club. Arshavin's like, I'm hungry. Chelsea are going to play.
Chelsea will play.
With my draw pose. Strike pose. Lille. So we've got the same draw. Chelsea against Lille.
Okay.
I did say there would be some similars.
So does that mean Real Madrid will definitely play PSG? What does that mean?
That's something they can play. Yeah, Real Madrid can play.
Okay,
they can play. Yeah, they can also play. I forgot who else is still in. Here we go.
Atletico Madrid.
Man United.
Atletico Madrid.
Liverpool. No, it can't be Liverpool. That's good.
No, it can't be Liverpool.
It'll either be Man United. It's either Man United or Juventus.
Either Juventus. Wow.
Ooh. This is the one you didn't want.
United.
This is the one I didn't want. Yeah.
I reckon it'll be. Sorry.
I think we're getting PSG. PSG.
If we get Atletico, I'll take it. But if honestly, I did say at the beginning, this is not who I wanted because I do not like their shithouse style. Unless it gets other opposition, please be Juventus.
Who's coming out?
It
is Manchester United.
Wow.
It is Manchester United.
Oh, shit.
Atletico Madrid versus Manchester United.
Wow. What a tie. I think I would prefer PSG if I were you, Reese. I prefer PSG to
in all
Atletico
honesty, I agree with you.
I think we're getting PSG.
PSG.
So who's next?
Liverpool.
Villarreal.
So,
Villarreal.
Or Villarreal, Liverpool. Okay.
Villarreal can't play Real Madrid.
And they can't face Liverpool.
No, they can. No?
They've been marked as Liverpool can't play them. Don't know why.
Yeah, they can.
They've marked it as red. Villarreal
Oh
can't.
no, they've made another mistake.
Yep.
Because they must
There's
have
gonna
made
be another
mistake
redraw.
because they're going to be another redraw because Liverpool can play Villarreal.
Yeah.
They're absolutely insane. These
So it's
people.
Villarreal, Juventus.
They've actually fucked it up. Like
They've messed it
even
up
though
again.
they've got Juventus, they've actually fucked it again.
That's unbelievable. That is
Inter
unbelievable.
Milan.
Liverpool.
But there'll be another redraw, surely.
This is good. There's going to be a third redraw. So Chris Welch, respect. Respect, Chris Welch. He actually said that round 3, which means me and Doug will have to go again, which we'll do. At least we're not doing the Board of Football podcast tonight. We'll be killing ourselves.
Inter Milan, Liverpool. Inter Milan, Liverpool.
Which
But
means
hang
Real
on.
Madrid versus PSG.
Yeah,
Who did Villarreal get?
Juventus.
Juventus,
okay.
sorry. Yeah.
Juventus,
You got Inter.
Okay. Inter Milan.
Inter Milan,
First-
Liverpool. I don't mind Inter Milan, actually.
First tie at the San Siro. It's stronger opposition than AC Milan, though. It's stronger. But you should still favour it. You would still favour Liverpool to win that, though.
Yeah, I'm not scared of anyone, to be honest. But I reckon there will be another redraw.
This is literally the funniest thing. Like,
Oh, it's ridiculous.
madness.
It's ridiculous.
fuck-
Hello,
the fuck
Michael.
again.
Hi, Mike.
Hello, Doug. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. How are
Yeah,
you?
sorry if there's good. I'm on the bus, so if you hear some noise, I'm sorry about that. But oh my God, wait. So who did Liverpool get? Did we get Inter?
We
then?
got Inter Milan. Milan.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice matchup. Inter plays some fantastic football. Oh, I can't wait. Well, we should have had Salzburg.
But there might be another redraw if you missed it, Michael, because
Yeah, I saw the
exact
Villarreal.
same thing.
the Villarreal thing. Goodness gracious!
How
They're
could we not
acting
face
devils.
Villarreal then? They've mucked that up.
Right, we got to do it again. Liverpool's got to protest.
Yeah, I want to keep going until we get PSG because I live about a 10-minute walk from there.
Oh,
and I
wow.
like to get a ticket. So there you go. Purely for those reasons.
Surely there's not another redraw. Surely not.
You know Florentino Perez is going to say something about this. He would have had Benfica, and now he's stuck with PSG.
PSG. Oh.
Wow.
Right, so the take 2 is Salzburg against Bayern Munich. Reese, who will be the more happier of those two?
Happiness. Bayern Munich fans are going to be sitting there going, this game's done. This game's going to be done in Austria. I think Bayern Munich are going to absolutely slap them both legs. I like Salzburg. They're a good side, but they're up against the team that's going to win the Champions League, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael, I mean, obviously Sporting did obviously not Sporting. Salzburg managed to get through the round of 16, but facing probably the favourites for the Champions League.
This is reminding me. I think about 6 years ago it was Bayern Munich versus Basel, and it finished 7-0 or something like that for Bayern at home. I'm saying the same thing here. This is going to be the exact same thing because Bayern Munich are probably one of the favorites for the Champions League easily, and Salzburg I think are just happy to be there. But they got some experience and young, exciting players, Salzburg. So it should be a fantastic footballing matchup, but it's going to be a slaughtering for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I mean, Owen, poor old Salzburg. They got Liverpool and obviously the one that's obviously voided, and now they've got Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I don't know if it was even possible for them to get a kind draw, but yeah, Bayern Munich are very likely to hammer them, to thump them, yeah. So there you go. I don't know.
Sorry to interrupt, gentlemen. I just muted myself to unmute my TV. Michael Owen, for the first time in a wee while, has spoken sense. He's actually said that Villarreal can play Liverpool, and they're having to look at that. And the blonde presenter, whoever she is, Bimbo, has said they are actually chasing UEFA for information. So there is a possibility of a third draw.
Oh
Man.
my god!
I mean, if they've redrawn it once, they have to do it again because you know.
Oh no!
I don't know. Do you have work to do, guys? Do you have anything
It's
to do?
mad.
Any plans?
I've got a
You've
long
day
weekend.
It's
I've
I
got
just
a
ended.
weekend.
I just ended work, so I'm good.
Okay,
It's my
there you go.
day off. It's my day off. So I'm just ready for another redraw. Oh my
That's hilarious. Isn't
If
it?
this happens again, can we just
my god!
If this happens again, I swear to God, I'm going to laugh my ass off because we may as well just not hang up this time. We'll just keep going live for your viewing pleasure on the Dugout Football channel. Like, share, and subscribe, folks. And if you need to, I recommend Red Bull.
Yeah, I think at this point in time, I'm going to get a drink. But obviously, we do get. Oh, God. If we get another redraw, then I actually did, like, obviously Owen noticed that how we didn't Liverpool's name was red when Villarreal. We can get Villarreal. I don't get that.
I noticed it despite actually not watching it because I wasn't even watching it. I'm just listening to you talking about it, and it's like, well, we can get Villarreal. That's obvious. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Big question marks again over UEFA.
I'm just on Google. I'm looking at the biggest shambles in history. And what does Google say? The biggest shambles in history was apparently... oh, no, that's just a band called The Shambles. So there you go. I'll try...
They probably did a better draw than this lot.
Jesus Christ! This has been very, very interesting, hasn't it? FFS, I'm embarrassed for them. I am embarrassed for them as well. UEFA corruption at its finest, says Scott Blankley. Work? What is work? This is fucking brilliant, says Tom May. The clubs that wanted the ESL may want to rethink their stance, albeit not the fans' best interests. Jesus. People need to be fired. They should sit down for 5 minutes before and go over the rules. Yeah. And
It's
UEFA
so
is a
funny.
joke.
Yeah, it is. As our friend Jamie said, he said, at least we know that UEFA is not corrupt because they're just too stupid. They would be too stupid to fix anything. They can't even, organise it right in the first place. So there you go. Proof that UEFA is
well, we'll go through the other ties. If obviously we do hear about another redraw, then obviously we will bring that to you, and we'll probably just stay on the same stream anyway.
We may as well now.
Sporting CP Man City, Michael. Do you think that's one City will get through?
Well, they should, but I was actually just doing some research about Sporting because I'm doing a video about their manager, Ruben Amorim. He's only 36 years old, and he's a brilliant manager. He's only lost, I think, 6 games in charge of Sporting in 80 matches. So he's going to definitely make it tough for Man City, but obviously it's Man City. They get an easy draw in the round of 16, and then hopefully they get a tough one in the quarterfinals. That's what always happens with Man City, and it's another occasion here. It's tough for Sporting, but they might give a good match to Man City, but it should be Man City at the end of the day.
Yeah, Reese, what do you think about Sporting Man City?
It's an intriguing tie. Champions of Portugal versus the champions of England. Sporting are a very strong side. Good technical players. But then again, so are Man City. More quality in Man City. I think you would favour Man City, but Sporting could cause a problem. The one thing that's interesting is there's no away goals rule. So it'd be interesting to see how they take the approach. Will Man City look to get the game done in Portugal, get it dealt with there and then? Or will they just look to just nick it, or will they just look to nick it and then batter them back at the Etihad? It'd be intriguing, but I think this could be one of the ties of the round. I think this has got an intriguing tie.
Hang on. Chris Ross is saying Villarreal could not get Liverpool as Inter aren't allowed to play Real Madrid or Juventus, the other 2 teams left in the draw. Right, that makes sense
good.
then.
Well done, Chris.
That's good with me then. Never mind. We won't need
Right,
another
so there's no
redraw.
redraw. This is the actual draw. So it's Salzburg, Bayern Munich, Sporting CP, Man City, Benfica, Ajax, Chelsea, Lille again, Atletico Madrid, Manchester United, Villarreal, Juventus, Inter Milan, Liverpool, and Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid. And very, very quickly, Sporting Man City. You'd expect City to go through that one.
Yes. Is that quick enough? City will win.
Benfica Ajax, Reese. How do you see that one going? That's quite a tricky one, actually. Actually, I would expect Ajax to go through that one.
Yeah. Ajax are going to steamroll. No redraw. It's fine. Ajax are just a supremely good side. Technical quality. But the way they beat you, they don't even need to beat you with the pressing as well. They can beat you by passing the ball around. It's like Man City. Like there's 2 ways to beat you: pressing or pass the ball around. It's lethal. They're such a very good organised side as well. Ajax will crush them.
Yeah, Michael, Benfica, Ajax.
This is a very interesting match since Benfica are definitely going to be more of the defensive side in this matchup. But they got some good counterattacking players, Darwin Nunes, Yaremchuk, and these sort of guys. They're going to cause some trouble to Ajax. But I mean, at the moment, although Ajax did lose over the weekend to Alkmaar, so they're actually third place, I think, now in the Eredivisie, Ajax. So Benfica, tough draw, but you expect Ajax to get through, no doubt about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Owen, Benfica, Ajax.
Yeah, Benfica are, will be the underdogs. Ajax are doing very well, but Benfica, nothing particularly stands out from their European results. I see that, they drew 0-0 with Barcelona. That's not particularly good these days. They lost 5-2 to Bayern Munich. Their Champions League results aren't great. So, I would say that, Ajax are the favourites.
The good for them, though, is they did beat Barca 3-1 as well, which gives them a little...
Oh, did they? Okay, well, that's
good. They beat them in the first game 3-1. Yeah, 3-1, sorry, yeah. It's a good performance.
Yeah,
easy game. Inter not great. I see us going through comfortably, says Jamie Phillips. Interesting. No more Messi versus Ronaldo. Nope. Unlucky UEFA. Cheers, lads, says DJ Domino. Well, everyone, I've got to get going. Getting ready to go to school for the granddaughter. Again, lovely to see you all and catch you all soon. Thank you very much, Willow. We really do appreciate it. Chelsea are the luckiest team coming out of this. Yeah. Bayern, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Ajax, Chelsea will all win, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not as happy as I was with the first draw, but it's fine. I loathe incompetence.
No,
I think we all do, to be honest.
I agree with you.
I think we all do, really. It happened again. Chelsea against Lille. I don't think we have to say anything too much, Reese, about that. I think Chelsea are going to go through that one.
If Chelsea don't go through this one, it would be funny. It would be funny. But yeah, they'll go through. Lille only have one serious threat, and that's Jonathan David. The rest of their team is like watching Burnley. It's poor quality. Jonathan David is an elite level player. The rest of their team are average at best.
Nah, I wouldn't say that though. They got Renato Sanchez and these sort of players. Ikone, Bamba.
He's crap.
Renato Sanchez.
If you think Renato Sanchez is a good player, then I'm really scared.
Nah, come on, bro. Did you not see him in the Euros? And he's been balling this season for Lille in the league when he's not been injured, of course. He's actually a good player nowadays.
Renato Sanchez, right? Top prospect, good potential as a player, right? But his problem is consistency, and he thinks he's better than what he already is. And he's done that. He thought he was too good to go and play with Bayern Munich, and look at that happened. He thought he could handle the Premier League with Swansea. Look what happened. Even though it's Swansea, he still thought he was too big. He's won the French league with Lille. That's great, big respect, but he's not exactly going to make a difference in a game like this. He's not going to make a difference. Yeah, he had a great moment in the Euros where he had a fantastic long shot, but if you're telling me he can make a difference against Chelsea, then I must be living in the past, because he ain't going to do anything. He ain't going to do anything.
His stats in the last year, he's up there with the best in Europe compared to other midfielders, with 2.8 dribbles per 90, which is the top 1% in Europe. So he's a dribbler. He's also, his shot creating actions from midfield he's in the 97th percentile, the top 3%, 3.5 shot creating actions per 90. But defensively, he's diabolical. Really, really, really bad. And in terms of pass completion, he's only in the 25th percent. So he
doesn't
gives
work
the
hard.
ball away all the time. He doesn't defend exactly. He doesn't work hard at all. But yeah, there is a world in which, if he's got really good support midfielders next to him, he could be a useful player if he was just a sort of number 10 even.
If he had the support, I would agree. But he doesn't have that support. I generally don't think he's got the... when you watch a player and you can tell that they've got discipline and they're going to work back and forward. I look at Renato Sanchez and I go, you've got no discipline. I think it's because he left Benfica too early.
Totally agree. Yeah, exactly.
The next tie, I think, is one Reece wanted to avoid. Atletico Madrid against Manchester United. What I will say, though, Atletico Madrid did not look good in the group stage. I will say that now. Liverpool breezed past them at Anfield 2-0. Yes, I know there was a red card. I know George was saying everything about that. But Atletico Madrid, they just go up another level when it comes to the round of 16. Are you a little bit gutted to get an Atletico?
I was completely honest, mate, when we done our group stage draws as well. What I said in the group stage draw, please do not give us Atletico Madrid. And now we've got them in the knockout stages. I do not want Atletico purely. But the thing is, though, if you want to go far in the Champions League, you have to beat what's in front of you. Atletico Madrid are a very good side, solid shithouse squad. But I look at it and I think if United can get past Atletico, that'd be great confidence. Because they have been a consistent top side under Simeone for the past decade, and they deserve that respect. Do I think it's going to be an easy tie? Absolutely not. Do I think it's manageable? Yes. But it does depend on how we do, particularly over in Spain. Man United's record against Spanish opposition is not great. It's not great at all. But I think we can do it, but it's not going to be easy because they've got a very good squad. Suarez is still doing really well. I think Felix is going to return to form. You've got Llorente in midfield. He's fantastic. They've still got Coca. They've got Lamar. He's average at best, but when he's on his day, he's actually a blistering winger. They've still got Hermoso and Jimenez at centre-back, and obviously they've got the best goalkeeper in world football in Jan Oblak. So they've got a strong side. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking for the fact, if you want to win the tough competitions, you've got to beat the best opposition. Atletico Madrid are the best defensive side in world football. You have to beat them, and we've got to go for it. So I'm looking forward to it, but in no way, shape, or form am I completely confident. But I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Michael, I was just saying there that obviously Atletico Madrid kind of scraped through in the end.
Yep, exactly. And I don't agree with Reese when he says that Atletico are the best defensive side in the world. They are simply terrible at defending nowadays. They cannot defend anything. And Diego Simeone, he just doesn't know his best squad at the moment. He made 2 substitutions at halftime yesterday where he took the 2 strikers off and then brought on, I think, Suarez and I can't remember the other guy, João Felix. So Diego Simeone simply just doesn't know his best squad. This, I think, is a great opportunity. Yeah, no, and he's failing as well, Diego Simeone. You know, we always think about Diego Simeone, best defensive manager in the world. He's not that bad. He's not that at the moment. So I think this is a great opportunity for United to get a result here and to advance. And then, maybe United can pull a 2012 Chelsea. You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
I know. They won't. They absolutely won't.
If we do, we do. But it all depends on us draw. Atletico, right now, I agree with you right now, Atletico are not great. But to not lament them as the best defensive side in football, they are when you actually see it. Right now, they're not particularly great. Last season, they were an absolute shithouse and proved it. This season, it's been all over the place. But you know what, for a fact, on their day when they actually turn up, breaking them down, beating them, isn't as easy as it looks.
Yeah.
It just comes down to how we play them. Is it going to be the classic like Atletico Madrid team that shithoused Liverpool in the knockout stages, or is it going to be the team that got breezed in the group stage? That's what United are about to find out in a couple of months' time. At least the good thing is, though, is we're winning games under the new manager, still trying to get the best of form, his best players in his best positions, trying to fit his system. At least by the time we get to the Atletico game, at least we're going to know where we are as a team. Either we stand a chance or we've got no chance. We're going to find out in 3 months' time. I'm looking forward to either way. Simeone's a manager I actually like as well, so it's going to be good to see.
Yeah, Owen, I was one of the ones saying I did not want Atletico Madrid in the group stage, and obviously we breezed past them as well. How do you think this game will go?
Well, as I said before, I think they've lost a smidgen of their formidability, or whatever the word is. They lost to Mallorca on December the 4th. They lost to Milan at home, 1-0. So this aura that they had, because they had only lost one match in about 7 years at home before we beat them on their own patch this year. And then they followed that up with a loss against Milan. So, I think they are. They look very disjointed in the Madrid derby. at times yesterday, and
Yeah.
just sort of, as Michael was saying, devoid of a clear plan. But in terms of the tactics, I can't stand Diego Simeone, and the one thing you can be sure of is shithousery. Because they will be falling over and holding their legs and crying to the ref, and they'll be, shouting at whoever. They will do whatever they can to win the game without any class, without any, fair play and all that stuff. They just get away with what they can, and I hate that attitude. Because with players like Carrasco and Coquet, and they've got some incredible players. Marcos Llorente, Griezmann, of course. They're wonderful, wonderful players. And you could, João Felix. I mean, talk about joining the wrong team. You've got this incredible pool of talent. And yes, they dogged their way to a La Liga title last year, but it's horrible to watch. I think United. It's the kind of game plan that will stifle a Ralf Rangnick team, which is bad news for United. So, of course, I hope Atletico win, but I don't like them at all. For Simeone and the way they set up, it's just really negative when he could be so positive.
It's effective. It's effective football, but when it's against opposition you want to get eliminated, it's great because at least that opposition's either going to have to force to excel so much energy that they end up knocking themselves out, or Atletico just nick it in the end. When Atletico knocked out opposition they've beaten in the past, I'm like, yes, great, they've knocked them out. Now we can just focus and enjoy it. But when it's your own team playing against them, it's painful, and I'm like, Atletico are a team I respect, but I agree with you, the style of football, it is at times it's depressing. I did not want this draw, but if we're going to have to go through, we have to beat them one way or the other. So come February, all I'm going to say is come February, we see where United's position are, and at the time I'll be saying bring it on Atletico, but at the moment it's hit or miss.
Yeah. Villarreal, Juventus, Michael. Will Villarreal be happy that they've got Juventus now, the Man City?
Oh, 100%. Juventus are absolute crap. They are actually crap. There's so much issues with the team, then off the field as well, with all those allegations going on at Juventus. If I was Unai Emery, this is the perfect matchup, because now they actually look like they could score in front of goal. That was the main problem with Villarreal. They couldn't score in front of goal with Danjuma and, fuck Alcacer, whatever left of him, and then Gerard Moreno's coming back from injury. So if I'm Villarreal, I am thrilled. This is the perfect matchup for them. Juventus, I don't know what to say about them anymore. They're actually just terrible to watch. Terrible, terrible. They were good for 3 games because they played the 3 worst teams in Serie A. They got a victory over Malmo. Everything was looking great. What happens over the weekend? They draw with Venezia, one of the worst teams in Serie A as well. So, perfect draw for Villarreal. This is perfect.
Reece, I think Michael's just hit the nail on the head.
Absolutely. The only difference though is contrast. Their league form is shocking, but in the Champions League they've actually been significantly better. It just depends on the day. I do agree though, Juventus are in such dire problems, and it's beautiful. But I just look at the quality of the team, and it was the same. In all fairness, it was the same United when United beat Villarreal. It's at times you just need that brush of quality to just beat an opposition, and they still have some decent players. Chiesa, Dybala. I'm not going to mention Morata because he ain't quality.
Yeah,
but they do have some quality players, and they still have that solid defense. It's just the only question is, it's an aging defense. Can they handle the pace of Moreno? You would expect it because it's Bonucci and Chiellini. They actually know what they're doing. They've still got De Ligt there, although he hasn't particularly settled in Italian football. There's some aspects of this Juventus team that can cause Villarreal problems, and they play the exact same system. Both sides play the 4-4-2. But what you do see, though, is which team's more compact and which team's actually more stable, and that's Villarreal. Juventus are just playing the 4-4-2 because Pirlo played it, and Allegri thinks he's still the best manager in the Italian game when he's not. It's at that stage where it's going to, for me, it's literally going to be like a gunslinger. It's literally just going to be whoever draws balls first goes through. I think I think Juventus just edge it, but I don't disagree with Michael. I think they could.
Yeah, just to answer this question, the reason we couldn't get Villarreal was because they couldn't. Inter Milan couldn't be drawn against Juventus, and Inter Milan couldn't be drawn against Real Madrid as well. So that's why.
At least they did it properly this time. At least they got it right this time.
Yeah. Owen, Villarreal Juventus is a bit. I think you could probably say as a balancing scales. I really don't know which way this is going to go.
Yeah. I don't either because I don't watch. I don't watch either team. I'm not going to pretend. I'd rather talk about the other games, to be honest. But just looking at the results, Villarreal against Atalanta, the other Italian opposition that they faced this season, they drew 2-2 at home. Villarreal did, and then they won 3-2 away. Mm-hmm. So as a neutral, I don't really care who goes through. Maybe I prefer Emery. Yeah, I like Unai Emery, who's underappreciated in Britain, and I think. I don't know. So I'd like Villarreal to go through, but I don't know. It seems like it could be an entertaining match, perhaps more entertaining than people might expect.
Yeah. One last thing, Doug. Sorry, Doug. Mm-hmm. One last thing. Yeah. Juventus last 2 seasons been eliminated by Lyon in round of 16 and Porto in the round of 16. So now they're going to face another lesser opposition in Villarreal. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to get bounced out once again. Yep, exactly.
They'll get knocked out. Inter Milan, Liverpool, it's one of those games where obviously we go back to 2008, 2009. Liverpool obviously winning 3-0 in aggregate, I think, the last time we met Inter Milan. Michael, you pleased with Inter Milan?
This is going to be a fantastic matchup, I think. Inter Milan at the moment are playing some fantastic football. They've only lost once since October, and that was obviously to Real Madrid in the last match of the Champions League. They have some quality players, and they have a brilliant manager, Simone Inzaghi, who wants to play attacking football. This is going to be end-to-end stuff of just counterattack. Let's just leave it open for both sides. I think this is going to be a brilliant matchup. You expect Liverpool to get through because we, I think, have more quality than Inter, but you cannot take this Inter side lightly if you're a Liverpool fan. People saying, oh, we're going to brush them aside. Inter are at the moment top of Serie A, and that's for a reason. And they won this Serie A last season. They are a brilliant team with Lautaro, Dzeko. Then you got Çalhanoğlu, who I think is still a snake because he left straight from AC Milan to Inter, but that's another story for another day.
Let's not talk about that, right? Let's just not talk about
that. Are you AC Milan fan? Oh God, he's a snake, all right. Then you got obviously Perisic and Denzel Dumfries down the wings, obviously as the wing backs, and then Bastoni, the left center back. He is. If I was any club in the world, I would sign Bastoni. This guy is a brilliant center. He's such a good center back. Calm on the ball. I just saw him do 2 nutmegs yesterday for Inter Milan. This is going to be a brilliant matchup. I cannot wait for it. This is, we see, Atletico, Man United. That might be a bit of a boxing match. You got Real versus PSG. That could be entertaining. This is going to be the most entertaining matchup of the round of 16 by far.
Yeah, 100%.
Put it this way, you compared Atletico Madrid Man United as a boxing match. This is actually going to be a UFC fight. I'm not kidding. Like if you've watched very entertaining UFC fights like Anderson Silva, for example, you're going to see literally tricks in the book. You're going to see 2 top pressing. It's not just 2 attacking sides. It's 2 top pressing sides as well. Inter Milan, they press differently to Liverpool. We all know about Liverpool's pressing. It's all about quick transitions and winning the ball back. Inter Milan, when they've played. Yeah, they dropped points to Milan in the derby, but the way they actually still played in that game, they were still controlling the ball. They were still maintaining pressure. They were overloading the defence from the right-hand side. Keep watch from your left-hand defence. They particularly like to overload on the right, and then they cut in. Dzeko's fitting really well as a left-sided striker. So they just have to literally fit in and cross diagonally towards Dzeko. And I'm going to say this, Dzeko's a better fit for Inter than Romelu Lukaku was. Lukaku scored goals, but I think Dzeko's the better player for them. In terms of that link up with Martinez, I just think there's a better link there. Lukaku's a fantastic goal scorer, so I'm not going to deny that. But
Owen, we're going from a very beautiful city to another beautiful city, Milan.
I lived in Milan for a while, 20 years ago now, but that was one of my first ever English teaching jobs, was in the city of Milan. and it was a lovely place to live. I left because my old boss was. I don't know. I could talk. Yeah, plenty of words to describe my old boss, but I just end up running away from that school and the city. Although I miss it sometimes. I think it's a great place to live, great place to be. But yeah, the Inter. I mean, Inter Milan, as I said before, Postman's League, the Serie A, you can take it seriously all you want, but it's not serious anymore. Any team, any league in which Alexis Sanchez, 1, still plays and 2, can actually score a goal, does not deserve to be
Oh, crikey, I
treated
forgot he was still there.
particularly
Forgot he was
seriously.
there.
won it.
And but looking at Inter Milan, they've had, in terms of the tests they've had, the big tests they've had, they haven't really had many. They beat Shakhtar Donetsk, they beat Sheriff twice, but they lost to Real Madrid. They drew away at Shakhtar 0-0, and then they lost away at Real Madrid again 2-0. Even back in 2020, they lost to Madrid twice. I don't know. They drew with Shakhtar again, and I don't know. They just strike me as a team of underachievers in Europe, epitomized by Lautaro Martinez, who should be a great player, ripping it up, but no goals and no assists in 6 matches. I don't know. It's not great. I mean, of course, things can change, and it's football, and that's why we watch it. Is the nature of it is unpredictable. But if this match was played 100 times, Liverpool would be victorious, and I would say in 79 of them.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting.
One last thing, Doug, as well. Barella's not going to play the first game. He got the red card.
Oh, that's good news for Liverpool.
Oh,
Okay.
But he's
That's
been terrible
cool.
this season, by the way. He's been
really?
he's not been good at all. Yeah.
Okay,
People, I don't know what's happened to Barella. I don't know if it's because of the European Championship or what, but he's not the best
Okay.
midfielder for Inter. I would definitely pick Brozovic. Brozovic is probably the best midfielder in Serie A this season. He's been
a very
fantastic.
good player.
Brozovic,
Yeah, he's an excellent
I would
player.
say Barella. I think Barella. Actually, no, he did. He started the season really well. Barella.
Yep.
It was as the games grew in, you literally saw performances dip. It was.
Yep.
I would say after match day 3 or 4, that's when it started to
Do you
drop.
think this is a case of doing well at the Euros and then just having one of those seasons where he just kind of goes downhill a little bit?
Well, every English player seems to be doing it at the minute. So
Every Manchester United English player, you mean? Well, actually,
No.
Harry Kane too.
you're
Trent's
forgetting
doing
him.
well. Oh yeah, he didn't play.
Remember the £100 million invisible cloak? Sorry, I meant Jack Grealish.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
also-
that guy too. That
He's
guy
been
too.
crap.
The final one. Again, this is a toss of a coin. This one, Paris Saint-Germain against Real Madrid. Michael, how do you see this one going?
Oh, what storylines do you want? We got Ramos coming back to the Santiago Bernabeu. We got Messi against Real Madrid for one last time. What else do we got here? We got Benzema and Vini, who are the 2 best attacking players at the moment, together at least in the world, I would say. These 2 are fantastic. Yesterday, watching Madrid derby, the cross from Vinicius Jr. to Benzema, who just volleyed it in. I would honestly pick Real Madrid in this matchup. I think they're actually going to win this game against PSG because with that midfield of Casemiro, Kroos, and Modric looks like he's 25 again. It's ridiculous. He's looking like a young spring chicken. He was amazing yesterday. So I think Real Madrid, yes, Florentino Perez is going to be like, oh, we got PSG. But I think Carlo Ancelotti, better manager than Maurizio Pochettino. Do you guys agree with that?
Hands down. You'd have to be quote unquote brain dead to say Pochettino's better than Ancelotti.
Yeah, well, because everybody says Pochettino's the greatest manager since sliced bread. That's what I hear about all the time. This guy's a tactical genius.
From me.
I'll put it this way, my left arse cheek is a better manager than Pochettino.
Thank you, Hella. Take care.
Yeah. But I think this is going to be a great matchup. But PSG have a lot of work to do for the next 3 months. And you know what? I'll say it right now. Neymar will be injured. It's his sister's birthday around then. I'll just say it right now.
No, he's back for the big games. He's back for the big games.
Reese, I'm just looking at this and I'm just thinking PSG, yet again, another season of the Champions League.
Hands down. Victory. This I know Michael rightfully said that Liverpool versus Inter Milan is going to be the exciting tie of the round. partial to agree, but I kind of don't. I think this will be. I think you're going to. This is the heavyweight clash. Like this is like, with all due respect, this is the proper heavyweight clash. This is quote unquote. I said earlier on, PSG are not the biggest club in France. I stand by that. But right now, they are the best club in France. By far the best club in France, like on the field,
I
off
would
the
agree.
field, in terms of dealing with like playing football, exciting football, attracting top talent. They're the best at that. Real Madrid, still probably the biggest club in world football. The history speaks for itself. European pedigree, the ultimate European pedigree. Like, if you really want to test yourself, doesn't matter what state they're in, whether they're in dire straits or at the top of their game, everybody wants to beat Real Madrid. Because it actually shows how much contention you are in terms of if you can beat Real Madrid and actually beat them properly and decisively, it gives you that factor of, we can go and win Europe. Do I think PSG are going to do it? Absolutely not. They're managed by a bottler that failed with Spurs. Prick. But do I see PSG getting anything out of this? It depends. It does depend on that front three actually being available for that game. Messi, Owen alluded to it earlier on, which was absolutely spot on in the first stream when he alluded that PSG have walkers. And it's that front three, Mbappe, Neymar and Messi. Lazy when it comes to defending. They don't defend. They're lazy as fuck. Something
When
Ronaldo does, by the way.
When Neymar is the best defender you have from the front, then your team's in a bit of trouble.
It says it all, doesn't it? Like,
this was fascinating, though. Ancelotti's another storyline that we haven't talked about because, of course, he used to manage PSG and they let him go after winning the domestic treble, was it? Something like that.
I think Laurent Blanc won the treble. Didn't Ancelotti not win the double? Did Ancelotti win the double?
Yeah, probably, actually. It was just the double.
Yeah.
And they let him go. And I think, the players were a bit upset with that because they liked Ancelotti and things like that. But
he had a good team, though. Remember that team you had? Like Ibrahim, if I can remember correctly, his front two was Ibrahimovic and Jeremy Menez. And he had Ezekiel Lavezzi, he had Verratti, he had David Beckham, he had Thiago Motta.
Well. Yeah,
Cavani. His centre-back pairing was Thiago Silva and Marquinhos. He had... It was Sirigu
Verratti as well. Young Verratti was superb.
Salvatore Sirigu in goal, and then his full-backs... His left back wasn't Bernat. It was
no, it's before him. I can't remember.
It was a lad.
Some of these players, you're just like,
team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they were
that was a hard-working team. That was a team that you'd actually worry against.
I think the thing is, I think you kind of forget. Like with obviously Ancelotti, I think you kind of forget him actually maybe managing, but obviously both Madrid and PSG. But yeah, obviously Lavezzi, I forgot about him as well.
I actually remember that team because they had such a good solid side that 4-4-2 team. They played Beckham and I actually remember the Champions League game where they had against Barcelona, and it was Beckham and Thiago Motta versus Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets as a midfield, and you would expect Barcelona's midfield to absolutely batter Motta and Beckham. It was even the whole game. Barcelona won the game, but it was so even. You would expect the best midfield three, apparently, to ever play the game to dismantle them, but they didn't. It was so even. It was actually a very entertaining game to watch.
I remember that game. That was great. But back to the present, there's another one. We haven't talked about, and that's Mbappe, because he's supposed to be going to Real Madrid, of course. He said that publicly.
Oh,
so what's he going to do? This guy, man, like I said before, 142 goals in 143 games. If you haven't been watching Liga, it's worth watching Liga just to watch Kylian go, because he's an absolute monster.
He's a phenomenal player. I love watching him.
One thing I wanted to ask you, Owen, what do you make of the violence and getting a little bit? There's been more and more violence in the French league this season.
Not from PSG fans, to be fair. So that hopefully nothing will happen in this game. But it's absolutely, it's stupid. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been stupid. I'm actually a little bit worried about Italy as well, going to Italy, because Italy has also a history of violence. But if anyone who thinks that it's okay, I don't know. I'm a non-violent person. I think it's not okay to hit anyone ever. Like, That I think it's ridiculous.
But to be fair, I've always had this thought that violence doesn't solve anything.
Well, no, of course it doesn't, but it's the, I don't know, the hooliganism and things. I think it's more of a problem in Italy than in France, to be honest. Because in France, generally people are, fairly non-violent. It's just they chuck things on the pitch all the time.
I just love the fact that
it's terrible. It's awful.
The violence is shocking. We've seen so many games being postponed, and it won't end. It won't end
until real sanctions come in. Won't, I agree.
But I just thought, for the sake of pure shithouse, United District had the pure cheek to tweet this out 5 minutes ago.
Cristiano Ronaldo's record against Atletico Madrid: 35 appearances, 25 goals, 9 assists. They meet once again.
With a classic
That's
post.
asking for trouble.
Remember when he was in Juventus? He did the hat trick against Atletico Madrid, and then he did the celebration that Diego Simeone did in the first leg, where he did with the ball. Yeah, you get it.
I think if United want to win, that's the difference maker. Yep. Always Ronaldo. If PSG want to beat Real Madrid, I think as fantastic as Mbappe is a player, his pace is devastating. Neymar's trickery gets him booted in the nuts for it. Like, that's how crazy it is. But I think the difference there is, I think it's Messi's influence. Yes, Messi walks around like a pensioner, but when he clicks and you actually see what he does, doesn't matter what the opposition is. When he clicks, he can be an absolute devastation. Yeah, he's not quick anymore. Well, as quick as he was, he's still decisive. We saw what he done against Man City. Could he do it against Real Madrid again? I know it sounds baffling to say could because it's Messi, but this is different. Do I think he could have an impact? Probably, but I think I just look at the contrast in teams, and I think the better team is Real Madrid. And I just look at the way they're organised. They're going to tear PSG if Real Madrid turn up the way they want to. They could tear PSG apart.
So here are the 8 I think are going to go through. So stop me if you disagree. Bayern Munich, Man City, Ajax, Chelsea, Man United, Juventus, Liverpool, Real Madrid.
Agree.
Only one I disagree: Villarreal over Juventus.
I think.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I've seen enough of Juventus this year. They're just terrible. They're terrible. And with Villarreal, who actually want to press teams and are actually very good at counterattacking side, they will beat Juventus.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance they will. There is a good chance. We'll find out in February. I think that's
how Allegri hasn't been sacked yet. I'll never know. But guys, it's been quite a day. Thank you very much for sticking with us. Obviously, we had the draw earlier that I'm going to have to put in brackets. Boy, did. And we've obviously had the draw now today as well. But big thank you to my panel as always. Reese, thank you very much again.
My pleasure. It's my utmost pleasure. I've had an absolute bonkers day already, and that'll do me nicely, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael, thank you very much for coming on. I know you finished work, but I really do appreciate you coming on. Are you doing anything later on your channel, reacting to it, or?
Yep, later on, probably around 7-8 finish time. That's, I think, 5 o'clock UK time. I'll probably do a reaction to the Champions League draw, the Europa League draw, and the Conference League draw. Oh yeah, did you guys see that Tottenham are not going to advance out of the Conference League?
Yeah, they're just going to give it to Vitesse.
Yep. Yeah. Tottenham Hotspur couldn't get out of the group in the freaking Conference League. They'll never win a title. They'll never win a trophy.
The unfortunate thing is the COVID impact on them. But
yeah. But still,
that is absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, Owen, I know you had a lesson earlier. Thank you very much for sticking around for both draws.
It's been great fun talking to you guys, and I mean, I don't know. Thanks to everybody in the chat, all the great comments and everything, and it's been great. I mean, I was a happier man before with Salzburg, but really, I fear nobody because Liverpool are looking great. It depends on the injuries, it always does. But if we can keep, for example, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson, all of those fit, and Trent, of course, very important. Then I reckon.
So basically, your whole squad.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm only asking for 6 first teamers to stay fit, which is
afternoon to Jack Mack saying, "Afternoon, gents. Missed the draw. How come there was 2 draws? Bring back the Super League. Wait, what? Only joking. Inter fans will be fuming. Bring them on." And Sebastian says, "I agree on every game except I picked PSG and Villarreal. PSG will not beat Real Madrid. Sorry, no way.
If they do, then I'll be proper shocked.
I will be amazed. I will be absolutely amazed. Anyway,
I'll tell you who's
but
impressed
guys,
me for Liverpool lately. Just honest comment. I'll tell you who's impressed me for Liverpool lately. That Morton lad.
Tyler Morton.
Tyler Morton,
yeah, he's impressed me lately.
Very solid.
I know how he bossed that Milan midfield and he bossed the Porto midfield, which is very, very interesting for sure. But guys, it has been an absolute pleasure doing both of these draws. I'm going to have a lie down now. Hopefully there's not a redraw for a third time. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now.